What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It is the only sports podcast. That's right, the only sports podcast. I'm Will. Usually, Casino is there. And today, on today's show, he will be here. That's because we recorded a second episode on Monday before Monday's show that I will play right now. And it's literally just me and him talking about our teams going to the Super Bowl, what we were feeling, what we were doing, how it impacted our lives, basically. So now I'm going to throw it to Casino and I talking about our teams going down memory lane with both the Eagles and the Patriots. I'm going to see if I don't have to be on screen, but I still will be here to read comments and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, here's Casino talking about the Patriots and the Eagles Super Bowls. Well, Casino and me. Here we go. All right, Casino. Little Will down there. Hi, buddy. How you doing? What is it? He just threw
Which
it
side?
to
Whatever
us.
side he's on.
No, he's going to be on that side. He's going to be in the little corner down below, right there, but on your side. So right where you're pointing. Nope. Yep. Right there. He's right there. Your finger's killing him right now. He's probably miming that he's being crushed or poked.
Ow, why'd you bite me?
Yeah. So he's down there watching this just to throw up any comments
so
or
dumb.
anything because I'm sure it'll be much dumber. But Casino and I recorded this early because Casino is going to Disneyland.
What?
So, yeah. So that's why little Will down there.
And no, that is not just because my team is going to the Super Bowl,
Well,
but
yeah, well, in that case, you'd be going to Disney World.
yeah, once they win, yes,
Yeah.
we're going to Disney World.
Well, we're only recorded this 2 days before this episode, so we won't even know if they've won yet. It's only 2 days. We're recording this on a Monday. We're airing this on a Wednesday. But so we still won't know. You won't know either. But we thought we would just do this little part so Casino can be a part of Wednesday's show. Friday's show, I'm thinking, tell me if this is crazy or not, Casino. I'm thinking doing a power ranking of every Super Bowl winner.
Ooh.
Think about that. That's a good idea, right? I think I might save that for next Friday because I feel like I'd need longer than a couple days to like put that list together. But
yeah, no, that would be a tough one.
Or maybe we do that next Wednesday.
Are we doing like of all time, or are we doing like last 20 years?
Like a power ranking all-time Super Bowl winners.
Oh,
what?
Man.
This is going to be Super Bowl 54? 60. It's Super Bowl 60. So we do 59
10 years
other
ago
winners.
is when Peyton Manning had no arm and Von Miller won them. And I
know that when Super Bowl 50, I always just want to say 50. I don't know why. 60 just
and I've been brutally reminded that was 10 years ago and how the Broncos got to the Super Bowl because nonstop have they been playing that 2000 AFC Championship game where the Patriots lose 18-20. And I've watched that now on TV at my work. I don't know, maybe 4 times through, which is a lot. And because we have the NFL Network on and they just keep replaying that game. And every time that Gostowski misses that extra point after, I'm just like, this hurt. That's what was the downfall of this game. And I'm just like, now watch, 3 quarters of pure pain and come back just to not win. And I'm like, oh.
See, for
whoever
Eagles,
won that game, the Broncos, obviously they went and they absolutely destroyed the Panthers, right? They absolutely just destroyed them. Whoever won that game, the Pats would have done the exact same thing to the Panthers. So
yeah,
that was the Super Bowl, was that AFC Championship game.
I know. For Eagles fans, that's either the Alshon Jeffrey drop against the Saints where they had the potential to go back-to-back, with Foles, where he, again, just had that Foles magic, or it's the 2002 NFC Championship against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because every single time the Eagles play the Bucs, you just see that highlight and highlights from that game 9 million times. That is... brutal. But we're here today, Casino. I was going to say we're not here today to talk about brutal, but we are. We are here to talk about brutal and good things because Casino and I thought I was thinking about this yesterday. It is crazy that we started doing this podcast, this will now be our fourth Super Bowl we've covered. Both of our teams have been in three of the last four Super Bowls since we started this podcast. How
Pretty
many other
great.
shows can say that? That's
It's pretty
crazy.
great. It's pretty great.
And again, it's not like we hopped on the bandwagon or it's not like we're all of a
No,
sudden
we're
Chiefs fans.
lifelong
It's
fans of our teams.
and they just happen to be in the last three of the four Super Bowls. So we
Yeah.
thought
I
I'm an
remember
Eagles
having
fan.
I remember having an inkling of liking the Niners before like my family ties were like, no, New England sports fans. But I was like, oh, Jerry Rice guy, he catches cool footballs. Like I like him. And like
Yeah.
that was like my real first memories of football was Jerry Rice catching cool catches. And I'm like, I like that guy.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
You are not. No, you are not going to be a Niners fan.
Well, my whole family's from Chicago, so I should be a Chicago fan, but I've said this on the show multiple times. Just my family, they just sports was always on, but nobody was like ever talking about sports. Does that make sense? Like nobody ever
Oh
was
yeah.
like, they never made it known that they were fans of these teams to me. So I was always just like, oh, basketball's on, football's on. Like it was never like, my uncle is a huge sports fan, but he's just a sports guy who roots for the Bears. The only thing I don't think I've ever seen him or talked to him about a movie or a television show because the only thing he watches is sports. It's just he's the ultimate sports just guy. So I was like, oh, he just likes sports. I didn't make the
I mean,
connection.
sports are great. I love
Yeah,
sports. When people
dude, I'll tell
ask
you
me all
what.
the time, they're like, "Is there a sport that you don't like?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. I could probably find joy in every sort of competition that takes any little bit of athletic ability at all. Like I love it. Competition in general is just fun for me.
Yeah.
Um, but like watching ESPN 8 the Ocho, and you watch that on ESPN News late night. They start the Ocho and they just a lot of reruns. But they have this like there's even this game called Bowie Ball, which is super fun. Oh, look it up. It looks fun. It's basically like skee ball, but you're like it's a cross between skee ball and um, cornhole, and it seems really fun. And I was watching that and getting super into it. Um, yeah, like I like competition, and that's all about finesse with throwing that. Like, I love sports competition, just great. I love it. I love
I'll tell
every
you
second
what,
of it.
me and my family just went and did mini golf this past weekend. I'll tell you
Nice.
what, there is
Did
a
you go to that cool place in town out in Summerlin?
uh, yeah, no, we went to Town Square. We went to Tiger Woods's place. What's that
Oh,
called?
pop
Uh,
pop
Pop, Pup,
pop
Pup,
stroke.
or whatever. Pop Stroke. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cool.
it's pretty
But I'll
cool.
tell you what, there is a game in their casino where it is what is it? Battle mini golf. I'm workshopping the idea. There's something there. Something there.
I'm all
But
for it.
today, after we vamped for 7 minutes, today
That's
we
what
are
we
here.
do.
Sorry, Tiny Will. Sorry. But what is it? Yeah, he's miming being crushed. But what is it? We are here today. I thought of this last night where I was like, we're recording two shows. What can we talk about on the second show? And then I was like, well, Casino's team is going to the Super Bowl. Mine was in the Super Bowl last year. Why don't we talk just about what the experience has been of our teams going to the Super Bowl for the
Oh yeah.
first time in our life, our devastating defeats, our amazing victories, because we've touched on them and kind of just sprinkled those in over the years, but we've never gone, full story mode. So let's start with you because obviously you
Yeah.
have more than I do. But what is your, I guess, Super Bowl origin story for you as a Patriots fan?
Well, I mean, so I kind of really became into football right around when I was like 10 years old, roughly, right? So about the season right before it was as Tom Brady because Tom Brady got in 2000. So maybe I got in there like right around 9 again. Jerry Rice. I was like, oh, he's cool, whatnot. Then I was told I was going to be a Patriot fan. I was like, okay, and I was like, cool. I didn't really know who these people were, right? Drew Bledsoe at that time, being that age, I was just like, oh, okay, this is our guy. Like, this is the guy that's going to go out here. He's going to throw the ball. He's cool. Let's go. And then I recall him getting hurt, and I didn't. I know, now, what the game was, how it got hurt and all that, but I just remember getting hurt, and I'm like, oh, so now we have a different guy. Like we just have a different dude coming in and going in, and I was just like, this is pretty cool. And yeah, Tom Brady going to that Super Bowl, this young guy, and everybody. I don't recall them saying this again. This was a long time ago now. Just apparently talking about him, and oh, the season's done or whatever. I remember that being said. And then going against the Rams, right? Going against the
Greatest
St.
show
Louis
on
Rams.
turf.
Yep, the St. Louis Rams, greatest show on turf. And this is where I fell in love with my favorite player of all time. Not Tom Brady. It is Adam Vinatieri kicking that field goal to win it. I was lost my mind. I do remember that, and I just thought that was cool that it came down to this one guy. And I love Adam Vinatieri. We've done lists before. My favorite player of all time is Adam Vinatieri. My favorite Patriot
Yep.
of all time is not even Tom Brady or Adam Vinatieri. I guess you could say it would be Adam, but it's Julian Edelman. I love Tom Brady. I do. Don't get me wrong. Six tutties or 6 Super Bowls. Let's go. He's the guy. He's the GOAT. But yeah, that's my first memory, was just that season. I was told this guy is the guy, and then we had a new guy. And then watching Vinatieri kick that field goal, I was like, that's cool. I like that guy. And then he became my guy. All about guys.
Yeah.
And then just how I just became such a diehard Pats fan is obviously because of the wins, right? So they win 3 or 4 years, like, and I'm just like, holy smokes, now I really like football. This is great. My team that I'm told that I'm supposed to like, I really like now. Like, this is awesome. I expect this team. This is what happens every year. Our team goes every year. This is cool. Like, this is fun. Yeah. So yeah, that's my first memories of football and just kind of the Patriots in general, right? Yeah. So what about you?
So mine is actually, so I obviously have said on the show before that I got into the Eagles when they had the second pick in the draft, because I was like, I want to root for a team, but I have no team. I want the underdog, all that kind of stuff. The first pick was the Browns, and even from not knowing football at all, I was like, ew, Browns, just not into it. And then the second one was Eagles. I liked the color. They drafted Donovan McNabb, who quickly became my favorite NFL player. But again, as I said before, like, I just wasn't. I was like, when people would ask me, like, who's my football team? I'd just be like, oh, the Eagles. And they'd be like, who's your favorite player? And I'd be like, McNabb. And then that was all the info I had. It was just McNabb. They were in Philadelphia, Eagles, green, whatever. And then I didn't really start following football, ironically, until after they went to their first, or not their first, but after they went to that '04 Super Bowl. I remember being at, what is it? I remember being at our friend Dustin's house during that Patriots Eagles Super Bowl, but I still wasn't into football. But I was just telling people, like, oh yeah, my team's
And
in
you know
the
what's
Super
crazy now is our buddy he does live in Boston now.
I know, that is great. That is
Yeah,
crazy. Well, I
it's
think
pretty great.
his family, I think, was from Boston. Like, they were
Yeah.
from Massachusetts. So what is it? Obviously, his mom and dad are watching the Super Bowl. We're playing video games. We're going in and out of watching the Super Bowl. And they were just like, oh, so you're an Eagles fan? I was like, yeah. I knew nothing about the Eagles. Like, couldn't say anything other than McNabb, and they were green and from Philadelphia. But I was just like, yeah, my team's in the Super Bowl.
And those were your first words.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took you 11 years to be able to say that.
And
or whatever it was. I don't remember how
but what is it? So then I remember they lost, and I was like, oh, that sucks. They'll just go back next year, because again, I was dumb. And so what is it? And then 2025 is the first, or 2005 is the first year where I was like, all right, now I'm into football. I'm following football, got Madden, started learning all about it, all that kind of stuff. And then what is it? That's when the heartbreak started, because it was, I remember the first, do you remember the NFC Championship game against the Cardinals, where it was Eagles, Cardinals? It was Kurt Warner.
Not
And
really, I'll be honest. Not really, because that early on, I really wasn't paying paying any attention to NFC. I was just,
Solely Patriots.
solely
Yeah.
AFC stuff. I mean, because you're a year older than me, you're a year older than me. So I was more thinking,
Don't
I
look
was
it.
still younger. So, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Uh,
No, so
Um,
I don't really remember that game.
Yeah. So, but that's, yeah. So then Eagles, what is it? Heartbreak year after year until obviously 2017, which we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah. So I
But you're
just
already
remember the,
crying. You're already crying, man.
I know. Which, yeah.
Really
So
bringing back memories here.
so the 2024-2025 Super Bowl, I have a vivid memory of watching on and off, but I had no emotional connection to it because I was just like, oh yeah, that's my team. But that's like how my kids say they're Eagles fans, and they just don't, they have no semblance of like what that means, right? To like be a
Not yet.
fan,
Not
like
yet.
you're aware of it. But so for you, Casino, we talked about the first one. Then what is it? They do the first three-peat. It's what is it? They beat the Rams and
So
then
they didn't
no, they
three-peat.
missed the 2002 one
Yeah, they did not
because
three-peat. No.
that's Bucks Raiders. Then it's Patriots Panthers. So
Mhm.
talk about that one.
Same kind of situation, right? With just Adam Vinatieri being great. Again, this
I've
is
always been a
so.
Jake Delhomme guy. I really like Jake Delhomme. I feel like he was Kirk Cousins before Kirk Cousins, right? Like he
I
was
mean, that's a good assessment there. But yeah, I mean, just another clinch. This is where it solidified it for me for Adam Vinatieri being my guy. Like this is the greatest thing, and that's why I always. This is funny because that might be a connection of why I like the obscure parts players in sports. Like for soccer and hockey, I am all about the goalie. I love playing goalie. Um, I like that it is on you kind of situation. Like everybody else, they do their thing, whatnot. And I love. I played defense for a lot of my life. I played soccer all my life. Played defense, and I really only got into playing goalie when I got into indoor soccer. But I've always liked the goalies. Like so in 2011, um, when the Bruins won their Stanley Cup. You had Tim Thomas that was in net, and I was all about that guy. I'm like, I like that moment where it is just that person. Like it's all on you. And I don't know how kickers are still super underpaid, in my opinion, in the NFL.
I know, dude.
Like
And how many
it
games?
blows my mind. I mean,
It's
Adam
still we
Vinatieri,
see games lose so much on just kickers who can't hit a
yeah,
40-yarder. Like it's
100%.
insane.
It's ridiculous. And oh yeah, so that Super Bowl, it was memorable, but that was to me more the like, okay, Tom is now the guy. Now I knew who he was. I was like, Tom is now the guy, but it
Yeah.
still came down to Adam Vinatieri and just his just glorious leg and beautiful, beautiful leg. And um
Also, what is it? With how many good Super Bowls we've gotten since what? That Super Bowl was in 2025. With how many
I mean,
good
but
2020
you know what's also really
or
memorable though
2020
from
2005? Why do I keep saying
yeah,
2025?
I don't know.
But go ahead.
But you want to know what's also very, very, very memorable from that Super Bowl? Do
What?
you recall the Patriots Panthers?
No,
Let's see.
I do
You
not.
don't you don't know. You don't know?
What's the super memorable thing?
The wardrobe malfunction, bro.
Oh, that's right. That's the halftime show. Which
Yeah.
honestly, that overshadowing just the game itself, and then how many good Super Bowls we've seen this one.
I'll be
I
honest,
feel like
like
this
that
is
that is why I was saying. So in the TikToks, you asked me which one would I give up. Like this one may have been it, right?
yeah.
It's either this one or the next one. Um, to for all the Patriots Super Bowls. So the question that you asked in the TikTok was, if I could give up one Patriots Super Bowl for a perfect season, what would it be? It's one of these two, right? It's got to be one of these two. It can't be the first one, and it
No.
can't be these later ones because those were just better games. One of the best defensive game of all time in the Super Bowl, the highest, or not the highest scoring. They lost that one. That game sucked. But the greatest
I thought it was
comeback.
great.
Well, fuck you. um, but yeah, because really the only two things that I really remember from this game, as I'm really trying to think about it, is just Adam Vinatieri kicking that field goal. and the halftime show where I got to see a boob for the first time. So, I mean,
But I will say, and this, I got it mixed up. This was the 2003 Super Bowl because this is before the Eagles,
yeah,
when I
so
was just talking about.
yes.
What is it? This game
So
has kind of been lost to time because this was a really damn good game. Like,
this,
I've
oh
watched it
yeah,
in retrospect. Like,
I've
this
watched it plenty of
was
times since 100%, the reruns, but yeah, so this happened February 1st, 2004. So this was the 03.
2003. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Jake Delhomme in that game, 16 for 33, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was cooked. I mean, nobody did that to Belichick outside of Foles and what is it, Delhomme? Like, it's not like Eli has crazy stats in those two Super Bowl games.
Oh,
Like
100%.
he was cooking in this game.
I
Also,
just
Mushan Muhammad, Steve Young's or Steve Smith Sr., like they had a good game, man. They just had that offense was on fire. And I'll tell you what, if like there's younger football fans, go back and rewatch this game because I have this one's good. Like this is a good Super Bowl, especially in this is kind of right when Super Bowls start getting good and right after where every
yeah.
Super Bowl was just a blowout and just awful.
Yeah,
So
so just for your reference, so it was the 2001 season where they won it in '02, right? They won it in
yes,
February.
yeah. See, that
2001
always
season,
confuses me.
2003 season, 2004 season. So they won the Super Bowl in 2002, 2004, and 2005, but it was the 2001, 3, and 4 season.
So then obviously the next one after this is the one I just talked about, which
Yep,
is Eagles Patriots, which
yep.
again, the thing in retrospect, looking at this game, T.O. broke his leg 7 weeks before this game. That
Which is
is
mind-blowing.
that's one of the craziest sports stories you're ever going to hear. And then not only did he break his leg, what is it? 7 weeks prior to this game, he then plays this game, and this is his stat total in this game. He had 9 receptions for 122 yards. That is like that is one of the best. Again, you can hate on T.O. all you want.
Mhm.
His commitment to come back from a broken leg to play in the Super Bowl is one of the most impressive like sporting achievements you're ever going to see. Like that
Oh,
is
100%. Like that was so talking about, our teams, right? And talking about our teams and coming back from injuries. Like that was crazy, right? I
mhm,
remember that a little bit, obviously, because that was, a talking point.
younger.
And at this point
Yeah.
now I'm, a little bit more aware, right, of middle school, whatever, right around there, right? Yeah, dude, middle school, late middle school
Yeah.
for me. Um, and so I'm aware of how all this works now. And I remember that being a story point. Um, but I think the craziest one that was impressive, but I think the craziest one ever for me um, was Vince Wilfork coming back after tearing an ACL.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Dude.
that guy's north of 350, big
Mhm.
ass dude. You snap or not ACL, Achilles. You snap your Achilles and you come back in the next season and play. I that was one that I was just like, there's no way. There's no way. Like I don't know how I have zero idea. I couldn't even fathom myself breaking and tearing my Achilles and being able
Getting
to
back
even
to
function.
work.
Yeah, getting
Yeah,
back to
getting
work. Yet he's back out there the next season, like, oh yeah, I don't care. I'm out here. I'm gonna put all this pressure on this attendant where we're fine. But yeah, when
Ugh,
people come back from injuries like that, it's just
dude,
mind blowing.
it's
But
crazy.
like the grit of players coming back mid-season to still finish something out is crazy. That's why I have so much respect for hockey players who are clinically insane, but I
Yeah,
love them. Like there was a player once that he played on a broken leg. Like like he broke his leg and he still was finishing that series, like his line series with a broken leg. And I'm just
that's
like,
crazy.
how are you doing this?
Yeah.
One my favorite player for hockey of all time, Patrice Bergeron, he played a third period with a punctured lung. Like it was a punctured lung, and he was still out there playing because it was the playoffs and all of that Stanley Cup.
Jesus.
Didn't give a shit. And I'm like, the players are people are insane. The
Ugh,
competitive. That's why I love sports. People get so into it. People get so competitive.
I know.
I'm just happy throughout the years I have really calmed down. I mean, yesterday, I mean, I've really calmed down a lot with sports. More so when my team loses. I can handle losses. I can handle losses so much better than I used to.
Yeah.
Um, it took so long to get to. I think the kids really helped out. But, yeah. What's next on the docket?
Yeah. Rolling right along. So then this is you do the first back-to-back, New England versus Carolina, New England versus Philadelphia. I will say, even recently, it is insane how many different teams in the NFC we get in the Super Bowl and how it's just consistently New England, the Broncos, or the Chiefs we get just in the AFC. Like
Oh, yeah,
it
it's too
is
great.
just, oh, also you can throw in Pittsburgh. It's like those four teams just rotate in and
Yeah.
out for
I
the
mean, this
next
is
for 20
this is,
years.
yeah, this is the first year that, so the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, and everybody's like, "Oh, we might get another 2 different teams in the AFC cha
Yeah.
or an AFC championship game," and then, like, Pats are like, "No, no,
No. My
no.
theory,
We're
I'll tell you
going
what,
back. We're going back."
my theory now, 3 years in a row, I'm 3 and 0. It's just a continuous theory of we get new interesting teams in the conference, in the conference championships. Everybody's excited, or no, I'm sorry, in the divisional round, everybody's excited for new matchups. And then I go, everybody hold your horses. It's going to be a rematch. 3 and 0. 3 and 0 in those predictions now.
I mean,
Uh,
you are an
but
oracle.
I mean, that's why they call me the Oracle Casino. But we go back to the very first Super Bowl I remember watching from start to finish, which was Pittsburgh, Seattle. Obviously, Seattle is in this year, but that Pittsburgh Seattle game, the whole Jerome Bettis retirement
Oh, yeah.
tour, that was a good Super Bowl. Great AFC championship game where Bettis fumbles at the goal line and Big Ben like does the tackle or whatever. That's one of the best like sports stories of all time. But when it comes to your team, then year after that is Peyton Manning's first Super Bowl against Chicago and Rex Grossman, which is still one of the most insane things that has ever happened. Then we get to the first Giants New England game. This is the helmet catch game. This
Yeah.
is the helmet catch, Plexico in the back of the end zone. This is not the undefeated season, or this is undefeated season.
It's the
Oh
undefeated.
eight,
Yes.
2008. Yes.
Yeah.
So this
Yes.
is
The
undefeated.
it was the '07 season.
Yeah.
Yes.
So going into that season, Casino, where your team is undefeated, and not only undefeated, I remember this vividly. We're on Sports Center, they're doing simulations of this New England team versus every other team in the history of the NFL. And if I remember correctly, not only did they beat every team in the history of the NFL, they like dominated in these
Yeah.
simulations. So this is, I still think to this day, the biggest upset in NFL history
Oh, yeah.
outside of what Super Bowl III, where the Jets beat the Baltimore Colts. Like this is number two behind that.
It's this
Uh,
this one hurt, man. This one hurt.
so what was your thought process mindset? How are you feeling this entire season and then going into the Super Bowl against a Giants team that, everybody and their mother was like, oh my God, they're going to get annihilated.
I thought it was a done deal. I mean, obviously, I don't know if it was going to be I thought it was going to be a blowout per se, but I expected the win. Why? Because Randy Moss was the key factor. Tom Brady had a receiver that he can throw it down, like somebody that can just put on the Jets. He got a deep guy that you can just throw the ball up, and Randy Moss is going to catch this ball. Like you're
Yeah.
confident about it. Yeah, that was a really tough one. That loss still gave me one of my favorite SB moments of all time. The SBs are their own weird thing. But my favorite SB moment that year after that happened, you had Justin Timberlake was the host, and he did a whole skit, and he was apparently on the sideline of the Giants, and he was looking where he was putting his gum, and he puts it on the helmet, and then the play goes out there, and he sticks it onto the helmet. I just when they got the pressure on Eli and he was scrambling, I'm like, oh,
It's
this is
over.
good. Like this is good.
Yeah.
I mean, our secondary is too good. They're scrambling like crazy. There's just no way. There's just no way. And way. And it hurt. That one hurt. That one hurt mainly because that was just something that had never been done before. Now my team has won 3. They had won 3, and I was like, this is expected. Where I'm
History in
expecting
the
my team
making.
to win now. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
expecting my team now to win, especially this undefeated season. I'm really into football at this point, and Randy Moss, game changer for Tom Brady, game changer. I mean, there's still people still say that this is arguably one of the best football teams, top 3 ever put together,
Yep.
and they can't do it. Like, goddamn, just
Tom
crushing,
Brady
crushing,
that
crushing,
season, 4,800 yards, 50 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
dude.
And again, those are numbers before they started skewing all the stats. So now everybody just throws for
So
a million
yeah,
yards. Like
so
this was, ugh,
another thing that I see about that, so 5 Patriots were all pro for the first team all pro, and then you also had the offense broke the NFL record for points scored in a single season, 589 points.
that's insane.
That's
That's
so many
insane.
points. It's so many points. Dear God.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so that one crushed me.
I'll
But
tell you what, my stepdad is a diehard Giants fan. So I remember all of us watching this game, and dude, he lost his mind because again, he's a
oh, why
very
wouldn't you?
realistic
Why
he's a
wouldn't you?
realistic sports fan. So going into this game, he was like, I mean, as long as they just keep it close. Like I just want it to be a close game. And then sure enough at
100%.
the end, oh, and again, even as an Eagles fan, every single person that season was in 2 camps. Either you hate the evil empire or you want to see history. And because it was against the Giants, I was like, oh, well, I want them to have a perfect season because obviously I'm an Eagles fan. Like, I don't like the Giants, but then you get sucked into the game and then it just starts happening. And it's just like, this is,
I want them
again,
to lose.
yeah, this is the biggest upset in sports history. But again, I still think you can put up that New England team against really any team in history. And again, even against that Giants team, they probably split 5-5 for in history. Like there's also what is it, a great clip that's going viral recently of Tom Brady being asked what pass he wants back in his career. And it is the pass at the end of this game
Yep.
where Randy Moss beat his defender and the ball, like Tom Brady, I mean, he threw it in the air like 70 yards. It's just an absolute dime. But if he would have thrown it in the air 72 yards, 73 yards, it's a
Yeah, he talks
walk-in
about
touchdown.
he talks about the
Yeah.
yard. Yep, all the
Oh,
time. Yeah,
and
that's a
yeah,
great point. I'm so glad. Like 100%. And it's crazy that he blames himself. He's like 1 yard. Yeah, like just
dude, he
1
threw
yard.
it 70 yards on a dime. Like it is, that's one of the best uncompleted passes and also one of the best sliding door like moments in NFL history. If Randy Moss catches that pass, like that changes, yeah, that changes football history. But next up, Casino, we go Pittsburgh, Arizona, my favorite Super Bowl that doesn't include my team. I love that Super Bowl. That Super Bowl has so many good things in it.
That's pretty good.
Then year after that is Drew Brees' first Super Bowl, where the Saints absolutely destroy the Colts.
Well, that was written in the stars, dude. After Katrina, like it was
Oh
written in the
yeah,
stars. Like that was happening.
yeah,
That was. Oh, I just got tingles.
I
Holy shit!
know.
I just got tingles. I'm really like that was such
Also,
a good feel good story for that city.
also the poster child for why declaring when you're going to onside kick is a dumb idea. Like just always have it be a surprise. Like that basically shifted the tide in that entire Super Bowl and won
Oh
the
yeah,
Saints their first Super
that
Bowl.
was crazy. Nobody expected that.
No, and
Nobody
that's why it was
expected.
so great.
Everybody's
That's
like,
why,
all right, well, here we go. We got the kickoff. What the hell? What just
yeah.
happened?
Shifted momentum, gave the Saints their one and only Super Bowl. After that, it was Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl in a Super Bowl
Oh
I watched that I do not remember a single thing from.
yeah, no, I don't.
Pittsburgh and
I
Green Bay is
boo.
completely void from my brain.
Yep, I agree. I don't know. Maybe
I need to
I
go
hate Rodgers
rewatch
so.
that Super
Maybe I
Bowl.
just hate Rodgers so much. I just don't even care.
I'm gonna rewatch that Super Bowl. It'll be like a new game to me. I don't remember a single snap from that game. Now next up, Casino, is the often forgotten Super Bowl where it's Giants New England, the sequel. The second one, Giants win 21-17 in that one. Eli Manning then wins 2 Super Bowls. This is also a game I feel like I in my brain just combined with the first one. What was your thought process going into this one compared to the first one? Because obviously Giants are 9-7, so it's kind of same scenario where now you get the rematch, the revenge game. Thoughts on this one?
I mean, yeah, this was. I was still so hurt from the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was. It is what it is on this one. This happened. Was it 5 years after, and I was I was I'm still not over it. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm not over it. I was gonna say I was slightly over it. No, was not over it. And the Giants just had the pass number. Eli, he had it figured out, and it is what it is. Like I have nothing else to say on this. I got nothing else to say on this.
This is also one I just completely forget. I know that
Um,
Eli won his second
I
one, but
yeah,
what's
no,
the big play from this one? I feel like all the big plays in this series are from the first one. Because I always think of the helmet catch, the what is
oh,
it,
sorry.
back of the end zone for Plexico Burris. What's the big play from this game? Again, they're
Um,
all just blending together. I don't recall this one. But we go after that one, Casino. We go Baltimore, San Francisco. That's the famous brother versus brother Super Bowl where the lights go out. Then it's
rigged.
then it's Seattle absolutely destroying that Denver team 43-8. Then we get to, if the what is it, New England Atlanta game doesn't happen, this would be every New England Patriots fan's favorite Super Bowl. New England
Sorry.
wins 28-24 against Seattle. Malcolm Butler's interception at the goal line. Thoughts on this one, Casino?
Sorry, as I was having my coughing attack. To go back to your last question, it was
Giants.
it was Manning. I forget what was his first name.
Mario Manningham? Wasn't that it?
Mario Manning. Mario Manningham. It was that sideline catch that he had.
Oh, that's
That
right.
long
Because then everybody
sideline
was
catch.
going to say, because that's the whole they lost to the crazy
Yeah, they had that.
catch. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Giants had that long drive in the fourth quarter. Then
I do remember that.
okay,
Okay.
but anyway,
But so now talking about the Malcolm Butler interception at the goal line, that has to be, I mean, you as a Patriots fan have to be watching that just being like, I can't believe we're going to lose our third Super Bowl in a row. Like, buy some bullshit. Like,
I didn't have a lot of high hopes when they were down there.
well, because this was also the crazy catch on the sideline for wasn't it like Doug Baldwin? No,
No,
it was
oh my gosh.
who was it?
Oh my gosh. I'm not even joking. I watched this like
Oh,
2 weeks
Lockett.
ago.
The Tyler
Yes.
Lockett catch on the sideline. Yeah.
So I watched this about 2 weeks ago. I rewatched the Super Bowls of my Patriot wins, and I block out everything else. Yeah. So no, that was really great. And what's crazy is about that play. Malcolm Butler played phenomenal because he had to come in because nobody could cover him, right? That nobody could cover Lockett, goes in and they changed their personnel. That was just a crazy because he made a great play, full extension, finger tipped it up, and just lands straight on his back. I don't know how he didn't like lose every bit of breath in his body. He was
Yeah.
able to get up, awareness, by the way, get up and tackle him out of bounds as well. So that play right there was very underrated. It gets overlooked, right? It's overshadowed by
Mhm.
the goal line catch, but his awareness he made that great play to get up and to get him back out of bounds was really good. And then the dumbest call in NFL history.
Yeah.
I mean, just dumb. I was feeling pretty down, but I liked what I saw on the sideline. The coaches were talking. Brady was feeling good. Like they still would have had a little time to go down to try to get a field goal. Like there was still a possibility, or not a field goal, but to go down and get a score. There was a possibility that they could still get it done. Like they could
Yeah.
have possible still go get it. We watched the Mahomes just recently, right? That 13-second game or whatever it was. So there was a possible chance for that to happen, and
Yeah.
even though it was slim, but I remember tackling. We ran out the door. We were at a friend's house who was a Seahawks fan. And he
Oh,
was like, and it was great because he was like, oh no, we'll have some Patriots stuff up, we'll Seahawks, Patriots, mostly Seahawks. So and we're like, okay, that'll be fun. And it was a big old thing. A lot of Patriot fans, a lot of Seahawks fans. We get there, there's like a couple cups that had Patriots shit on it, and that was it. And it was just all Seahawks. So like he played us, and I thought that was really funny. But this was a really funny one because my older brother, diehard Pats fan, more than me.
Yeah, your
And
brother's
he
much more annoying about the Patriots than you are.
by far.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
He still hasn't learned how to accept losses, like, at all. And he's got kids now. This is his team. He can't do it. He just can't do it. I love him to death. I was with him yesterday, and when, like, just, anyway, I remember he was outside arguing with our friend, our host, and he didn't see the last play live. They were outside arguing, for some whatever goddamn reason. Everybody was hammered, but yeah, remember seeing that happen. A couple of me and a couple of Patriot fans running outside, come running back in. He tackles his brother, I tackle him, and it's just a dog pile in the middle of the living room, which was just delightful. Yeah, that was crazy. And rewatching that, there's a really good, it's about a 13-minute long episode of how the Patriots were ready for that play. They had practiced that play the day before. They had practiced that play. Their old timer that scouts out plays, he saw that, and they drew that play up. And every person that tried to cover that play in practice could not get it. And the unsung hero of all of this, sorry, I'm deep diving into this play. The unsung hero about this was Browner. What he decided to do, he told Malcolm, no, I'm switching with you. This is this play. I am going to jam him, and you come over the top instead of coming under. That's how they kept getting beat in practice. And that was a phenomenal play call. I'll have to send you that 13-minute video. It is so good. It's probably my favorite Patriot television thing of all time. It's only 13 minutes, and it's breaking down that play and just the intelligence of that play, and it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
Well, also, it's insane to me that when you look back at that Super Bowl, it is one of those things where if they would have just ran Marshawn Lynch up 4 times in the middle of that, what is it? In the middle, they 100% win that game.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
Hightower made a great stop with his shoulder, like diving and knocking down Lynch, but there's no way that they were going to be able to do that 4 times. Like, it wasn't going to happen. Like, they might have stuffed him once out of the next 3, but no. But
right, we gotta keep going because ramp it up. What is it? But that one's one of the craziest finishes to a Super Bowl ever. Still, probably to this day, craziest ending to a Super Bowl. That's right up there with Rams Titans getting tackled at the 1-yard line.
So yeah, we'll start wrapping it up. Sorry, we went long on this. We gotta get to the show.
Well, I mean, the next one is, again, maybe the best. The next 2 are the best 2 games in Super Bowl history, and they happen in February 5th, 2017, February 4th, 2018. New England wins 34-28 against the Atlanta Falcons in OT. This is the famous 28-3 game. This is really the culmination of the Brady Belichick Super Bowl era. I don't think it ever got better than this. No. This is
Belichick locked in that defense in Belichick locked that defense up in the second half of that game. He got them all on the same page, and then Brady just went out there and was absolutely flawless. He had to be for almost a quarter and a half. Not a single, and then OT. So damn near 2 quarters, could not throw a single bad ball, make one bad decision. He had to be perfect, and he was.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Dude, his stats in this game, what is it? 43 for 62, 466 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. He threw 63 or 62 passes in this game, which is insane. And yeah, I know. What is it? Matt Ryan, the reigning MVP that year, 17 for 23, 284, 2 touchdowns. Again, this is where the Kyle Shanahan discourse, I guess, started
Started,
because
definitely.
after 28-3, he was the talk of the town because it was, oh my God, look what he did with Matt Ryan, made him an MVP, all that kind of stuff. And then it comes out after the game where it's like, oh, if he would have just kneeled the ball down the second they were up 28-3, statistically, it would have been impossible for the Patriots to come back because so much time would have been taken off the clock that it never would have happened. So that's one of those things where you look back at this game. Again, as a Falcons fan, the only two Super Bowls you have in your history are this and then where you just get mollywopped by
Yeah.
that Denver Broncos
There's
team.
only two. There's from that game. There's only two people I feel sorry for. One, Matt Ryan, because you can still see to this day that hurts him to his
Yeah.
soul. And
Yeah.
then the owner of the Falcons, because he came down from the box and he was on the sideline and
I
just
know.
watching that mobster looking motherfucker just out there, just like
Arthur
just
Blank.
dude, just standing there in just disbelief. Like I wanted to go up to him and hug him. I probably would have been shot, but I wanted to go up and hug him and just tell him I'm sorry. He was so
Well,
devastated, dude.
also, Julio Jones. Julio Jones, what is it? Had an insane season, had a great game, 4 receptions, 87 yards, and then just, yeah, the crushing. Because again, unlike the Seahawks had won the year previous. So it was like, oh, the Seahawks, yeah, they lost this game, but, or no, I'm sorry. Or yeah, the year before that, that was the whole Legion of Boom destroying, what is it, Peyton Manning. Like they had already won a Super Bowl. The Falcons never won a Super Bowl, thought this was their moment. They're up 28-3 on this dynasty, and then it all just comes crashing down. Ugh, that is a heartbreaker. And still to this day, 28-3, it's a meme. It's
Oh
never
yeah.
went away. It'll anytime anybody gets a big lead, this will be referenced. It's just and then the last game, Casino, because ironically, the last two Super Bowls my team has been to, we were doing the podcast then. So you can go hear my immediate thoughts after the first Chiefs Eagles game. You can hear my immediate thoughts after the second Eagles Chiefs game. The last two games we have to talk about. We'll save Philly, New England. Let's talk about New England 13, Los Angeles Rams 3.
Loved it.
Again, I think this is one of my least interested in Super Bowls. I will say
And that's
though,
fair. I get it.
yeah, it was a boring game to watch, but from a coaching standpoint, this is like this is like two chess grandmasters
Oh
just
yeah. One
trying
of the
to
best
beat each other.
defensive guys to ever do it, and if not the best, and one of the best offensive guys to ever do it.
Yeah, just
Just
literally playing chess for 4
I,
hours.
I loved
Like,
every second of it. If you were not a fan of these teams, I get it. But
yeah.
as a fan and somebody who loves soccer and hockey, like these ones where you're always on the edge of your seat because it's one play and it was going to come
Mhm.
down to one play, I'm sitting there rocking back and forth, freaking out, waiting for it to happen. And it almost happened for the Rams with Brandon Cooks standing in the end zone. And then Jason McCourty comes out of nowhere and bats that ball down, which blew my mind. I thought that was a touchdown. Everybody thought it was a touchdown.
Mhm.
Um, and then the Gronk play, they just ran the same play 3 times in a row, damn near, and got it. Yeah, that not in damn near. They ran the play 3 times in a row, and they got the touchdown they needed, or
Yeah.
the big yardage for the touchdown.
So this has the distinction of being the lowest scoring Super Bowl
Oh
ever.
yeah.
This also is one of those ones where what is it? Tom Brady did not throw a touchdown in this game. He only threw an interception. Goff only threw an interception in this game. So again, this game is defense across the board. This is
Oh yeah,
really,
it's so good.
if you look at the Patriots dynasty as a whole, you can make the case the first two games were defensive master classes
The
where
first 3 were defensive
defensive,
back. Yeah, it was
yeah.
those were defensive games, man.
And this is really the culmination of the Bill Belichick like defensive scheme. This
Oh yeah.
is the Bill Belichick defense, like
100%.
crescendo. Yeah.
100%. Four of their 4.5 of their 6 Super Bowls are on really on the defense, because like even though that Falcons one was real good. Um, with Tom Brady coming back, if the defense didn't shut them out
Oh yeah.
that last quarter and a half, they turned over the ball, they shut the defense or they shut the offense down. Matt Ryan, like they absolutely crushed it. And Belichick was basically turned his hat around, and was like, no, 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 no. I'm going to give my quarterback a chance to do something amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
And the last Super Bowl we have to talk about, Casino, it happened February 4th, 2018. Besides my children being born and me being married,
oh, somebody's
the
at my door. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
this is the best day of my life. We've talked about this game ad nauseum, so I'll talk about just what happened with this game, especially between you and I, because for this game,
That
well,
was my
no,
bad.
it starts
My bad.
NFC championship and AFC championship game. This is when you were living with your brother and
Yep.
his girlfriend at the time. You guys were having a party for it wasn't this Patriots Jaguars. That was
Yes.
the AFC championship game because that was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bortles, right?
Yeah.
That was Blake Bortles.
Bortles, yes.
So, and I'll tell you what, you go back and watch that game. That was a damn close game.
It's a
It
close
was
game. I remember.
almost the
Oh, yeah.
Jaguars.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. If that Super Bowl would have been Jaguars Vikings, that would have been one of the weirdest Super Bowls of all time. Bortles versus Case Keenum.
That'd
Like,
be cool.
I mean, that I honestly would have been cool. But so in this game, you and I are watching it at your house. We
Mhm.
obviously watch Patriots Jaguars. You guys are all Patriots fans. I don't give a shit about either team. So I was like, I don't care. I'm the most nervous I've ever been in my entire life because now I have been fully invested in football for at that point 12 years. My team, again, the naivety of 13-year-old me just being like, oh, my team will be right back here. This is the first time they ever got back to the Super Bowl. What is it? Since the 2003, 2004 season, or I'm sorry, the 2000. No, that's right. So my team gets back. We watch the NFC Championship game together. You guys are also rooting for the Eagles because if
We
the
wanted to play.
Vikings win, if the
They're playing at
Vikings
home.
win that game, they play for the first time, first team ever to play at home before I believe the Rams did it a couple years ago. But so we're all going crazy because if you remember, this game was 7-7. Case Keenum throws a pick six, and then it was just an absolute blowout. Still to this day, I think this is everyone's favorite game as an Eagles fan over the two Super Bowls because this was like so many of those Eagles years, especially with Andy Reid, always ended in the NFC Championship game when the
Super
Eagles
true.
were favored, and then they lost. This was like the blowout NFC Championship game. Nick Foles in this game. I don't know what happened to Nick Foles in 2017, 2018. He played because again, people forget they played the Falcons a week previous to this, and he was awful in that game. The Eagles were awful in that Falcons game, and everybody after that weekend was talking about the end of the Saints Vikings game because that's the Stephon Diggs catches the Hail Mary on the outside to end the game. So everybody going into this game, all the attention, all the eyes were on the Vikings because they had the Minnesota Miracle, or I don't know what they
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah, I
They
don't
call
know.
it the Minnesota Miracle,
I think
right?
so.
So
That
what
was
is it?
by far. That was the safety's fault. Just say.
Oh, 100%. He tried to jump. He tried to like spear tackle murder Diggs on the sideline instead of just like tackling him. I have no idea still to this day. Wasn't it Roman Harper? Like
Something
I
like that.
still to this day have no idea what tackle he was going for. But it looked like he was literally trying to like WWE spear him on the sidelines with his
Roman
head.
Reigns.
Yeah. So going into this game, all the hype, obviously Nick Foles had done nothing. And then he just turns into the best quarterback in the world for 2 games. One of those games was your team with the Patriots. Obviously, that's my favorite Super Bowl to this day, still over that Chiefs game. But after this game, you and your brothers are so excited to play the Eagles because you guys are not playing in Minnesota. So you tell me famously, this is a famous moment in our friendship, that because our friends Hawk and Leah are also Eagles fans, so you famously tell us in a group chat, we can come to your Super Bowl party, but we're not allowed to cheer for the Eagles because everybody in your house is Patriots fans. So then we say, why the hell would we want to go to a
Did
Super
I
Bowl
say
party?
that jokingly? I don't remember.
You did not. So
I
you
thought I did.
said my
Again,
brothers
this
and
was when I was
friends
a
are going to
dick,
be there.
okay?
Yes, yes. What is it? So you and your brothers, you say you and your brothers are going to be there. We can't cheer. So then I go, well, then we're not going to your Super Bowl party. Let's find an Eagles bar. I find the Eagles
I
bar.
did
Now
this
I've been
for you.
watching. Yeah. Now I've been watching games that since 2018.
I've gone to games with you at this Eagles bar because it is pretty fucking fun.
It is a
It's a
good
good
Eagles bar.
spot.
But when I'm watching this game, I'm obviously the most nervous I've ever been. Hawk and Leah, our friends, are shit faced before the game starts. Okay, just get absolutely shit faced. I'm sweating so much that alcohol is having no effect on my body, right? Because I'm sweating it out as much as much as I'm putting it in. We put up like a $300 bar tab just between the three of us. So, and that was like all we had, like $20 worth of food and then literally almost $300 worth of alcohol. And I remember we're sitting at the bar top. I'm sitting next to this old man next to me, and it's right before the game starts. And I'm like, literally, like, you've seen me when I watch games. I am nervous. I'm like shaking. I'm sweating. I'm rubbing my hands together
The rubbing the
because
hands thing is a Will
class
special here.
yeah, I
This.
rub it, and then when something good happens, I clap, and then I go right back to rubbing. Yeah. So I'm the worst person to watch sports with because I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. I'm just laser
Oh,
focused and
mine
like
so you do
freaking
that.
out.
Mine is my leg. I do the leg
Oh,
jiggle thing.
tapping? Yeah, yeah.
Like where my foot is planted and I just have my toes into the ground and it's just my knees going
Yeah.
like crazy. And I don't know that I'm doing it. And my wife has to come over and she just like puts her hand on my knee and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
and it's
okay.
like, calm down, calm down.
Yeah. And I immediately go back to it.
But the thing I remember from this Super Bowl is there was an old man. Again, I go to this bar all the time from then on till now. Never seen him again in my life. Never seen him again in my life. He said he was a regular at the bar, which also is weird that I've never seen him again before. He very calmly, very nicely puts his hand on my shoulder because obviously I look like I'm gonna fucking, keel over, shit my pants. He puts his hand on my shoulder and just goes, relax, relax. They're going to win this one. And I was just like, this is before the game starts. When the game starts, I think they get a field goal first. The Eagles get a field goal first. And I'm like freaking out. Me and Hawk and Lee are being like, they should have gone for the touchdown, like all this kind of stuff. The guy, again, just looks at me and he just goes, all they need is a field goal. It's okay. The whole game, Hawk and Leah are fighting, they're arguing, they're freaking out because they're both shit faced. The whole time during the game, I'm laser focused. This old man next to me is just calming me down the entire game. So obviously, the whole game happens. It's one of the best games ever. What is it? Eagles win at the end. I didn't think this was going to happen. I put my head down on the bar top like this and just start openly weeping like I've never cried before in my life. Okay. Openly weeping. This old man next to me just is like rubbing my back. Again, he's like probably, I'm not even joking, he's probably like 70, 80 years old. He's like an old guy, is like puts his hand on my back and just goes, see, I told you. Never saw him again.
Well, I mean,
Never
if he
saw
was
him
70
again.
or 80.
Well, but I'm saying even like the next year, like, I mean, what is it? A couple months later, he wasn't there, but it's not like, again, he was a
You said he
regular.
was
It's
70
not
or
like
80.
I still believe that man is alive today. And what is it? But yeah, I don't know who that guy was, but he was literally just like my, what is it, regulator, just my like, what is it? Like he calmed me down. He just kept me in check the whole game. And yeah, that's the thing I always remember. And then there was a hot blonde at the bar who saddles up next to me and is just like kind of like we're flirting or whatever, like putting her arm around her, like just being like, "Oh,
This
what
is
are
a
you doing
sports
after the game?"
podcast.
I know, but this is the funny thing. So afterwards, me, Hawk, Leah, and this random girl I don't remember are sitting there, and she's like, "Oh, so what are you guys doing? Like, maybe we'll hang out." All this kind of stuff. It randomly comes up where she's like, "Wait a second, how old are you?" And at this point, I was 27. So I'm 27 at this point. I'm like 27, and she's like, "You're only 27?" And like just kind of like off like that. And I was just like, "Yeah, how old do you think I was?" And then she was like, "Well, I thought you were at least over 30." And I was just like, "No, I mean, I'm like 3 years." Like, again, she's reacting as if I just told her I'm 17 years old. So I'm just like, "Why is that an issue?" And then she was just like, "No, no, no. I've just never, I've never done anything with anybody younger." And so I was just like, "Oh, okay, well, she didn't look like, she wasn't like older. She must have been like 35, right? So then I was just like, okay, well, we're leaving. Like, she's like, "Oh, yeah, give me your number." So she gives me her number. We leave. I'm like, "Oh, okay, we're going here. Meet us there." Ghost. Completely ghost. And then Hawk and Leah were just like, "Why is she freaking out so much about your age?" And I was like, "I have no idea. No idea." Again, still to this day, that is one of the weirdest, craziest nights of my life. But yeah, that's my Super Bowl story, Casino. Uh, and on that note, we've talked
We
about
are
all the Super
20
Bowls.
minutes past when we wanted
I
to be.
know.
I'm supposed to be leaving here in 40 minutes for
I know.
Disneyland.
We
I don't
just
know how
got
we're gonna.
good.
It
We
got
just got
good.
good. It
We
got
need to
good.
do more topics like this. This was a good topic. This was fun.
Trip down memory lane. Trip down memory lane. But all right. That was you know what? I'm not even gonna do the outro. I'll throw it back to Little Will to do it. So Little Will, do the outro. All right, there you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for those who watched. That was the thing Casino and I recorded. I'll be back on Friday. I'm thinking of doing a Friday show with maybe a guest host, maybe Casino, if he's in town. I don't know, because again, his family's on vacation and he couldn't do like I did on the cruise ship, to where he popped up and or to where I popped up and just did the show. So that's why we did the pre-record. So I'm probably going to take this one off the lives and just put it on the regular homepage. But yeah, this was a live show for everybody who was listening to it after the fact or watching it after the fact. But I'll see you here Friday. I have a couple ideas for Friday's show. And then next week, Super Bowl week, we have so many things planned every day of the week. So definitely make sure to check back the Only Sports Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Video version now available on Spotify, YouTube, watch our shorts, all that kind of stuff, TikTok, whatever. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. This has been the Only Sports Podcast. Adios.